Take care what? Ionic radius. In this PPT, you will see the ionic radius now. What will be the main difference between the ionic radius and the atomic radius? The difference, if you observe what happened in atomic radius, isn't it? The effective distance from the center of the nucleus of the ion, isn't it? Ion, it is for ion. So we know already what is the difference between the atom and the ion. For example, I will write sodium. It is an atom. If I write Na plus, this will be the ion. Cation it is. So ionic, cationic size, for this one we call cationic size. Cationic size. For this one, what we call? Atomic size, we can call. Atomic size. Similarly for chlorine, atomic size. Cl minus, anionic size. So the difference you are getting where here? Ions. Ions are found when you get ions actually. If we lose electron, we get a cation. If we gain electron, we get anion. So when you lose and gain, we get this type of ion size. When atom is losing electron, we get cation. When atom is gaining electron, we get anions. So cation and when a neutral atom gains electron, we get anion. When a neutral atom loses electron, we are going to get the cation size. Excellent. That's a simple thing. So I'm moving fastly because there are very small topics. What about the variation in the radius of an element, if you observe? Now we get a doubt actually. If I take what happened, something oxygen, I'm taking oxygen plus oxygen cation, oxygen anion, and oxygen atom. Now cationic size of oxygen, atomic size of oxygen, anionic size of oxygen. Do they have same size? Is it possible? Do they have same size? No, they do not have same size actually. Now, why they do not have same size? How they are what differ? Let me see. Now, for you, if it is the same element, for example, I will take chlorine here. I am taking here chlorine cation, Cl plus chloronium ion. This is what chlorine atom. This one is chloride ion, Cl minus chloride. Cl plus is chloronium ion. Now, if you observe, cation will have less size when you compare with atom. Atom will have what? Less size when you compare with anion. So neutral atom will have intermediate here. So generally cation size will be lesser than the neutral atom and neutral will be lesser than the anion. So the size we can write Cl plus is lesser than Cl and what? Cl minus. In this way we can write. You see the reason also for this one, isn't it? First of all, the first reason between the cation and the neutral atom. Now, cation radius is smaller than the neutral atom. What is the reason behind this one if you observe what happened? So, I have taken something chlorine, no, Cl plus, and here I have taken Cl. Now, tell me, what is the nuclear charge of Cl plus? What is the nuclear charge of Cl plus? Nuclear charge means I told you, protons only, no? Bolo beta, jaldi bolo. The nuclear charge of chlorine plus will be. Nuclear charge means what? Nothing but atomic number, I know.
16.
Beta. Protons. Nuclear charge.
17.
Listen to me. Nuclear charge is nothing but what? Number of protons. Number of protons is nothing but atomic number. Now, when you write positive, you lose only electron. Proton you can't lose. When you write a cation, when you write anion from neutral atom, you lose only electron. In the previous slide also I told you, in that definition, very simple I told you. When you lose electron, we get a cation from neutral atom. When you gain electron, you will get an anion. So there is no question of proton here. Proton always will be same only. So it will be 17. The nuclear charge will be 17. Now how many electrons are there here? Number of electrons?
16.
Now it will be 16. Now similarly the nuclear charge, number of protons will be 17 only. Now electrons will be how many beta here?
17.
17. Now attracting 17 and again 17 and attracting 17 and 16. In which case strong force of attractions will be more?
Here,
In the case now 17 is what more? Here nuclear force of attraction. When protons are more, force of attractions are more here. So nuclear forces attractions are actually what here? More. Nuclear force of attractions here what? More. When both are same, what happen? It will be vacant. It is, I am not saying it is very less. Compared to this one, what happened? It will be less. In this case, it will be less. When nuclear force of attractions are more, the size will decreases. Just now we listen that one. And what about when nuclear force of attractions are weak, size will increases. So obviously I can say here, cation is having smaller size than the anion. Now let me see now here with anion now. I am taking now here anion. Now in the anion, again, Cl minus. Now tell me the nuclear charge here. What is the nuclear charge here?
17.
Again 17 only. Now electrons will be here?
18.
18. Now electrons are increased here. Now tell me, when electrons are more, isn't it? What happens now here? Protons are unable to attract strongly. So in that case, what happened? Nuclear force of attractions further decreases. Now here it will be very less here. Very less means compared to this one only. I'm not saying very less means it will be very, very less. No. When you compare with this more value, it will be less. Now when nuclear force of attraction, NF I'm writing, NF, nuclear force of attractions are less, what happened? Size, obviously what happened? Increases. So this is the reason actually. Understood everyone? You have any doubt regarding this one? Everyone understood this until now? What we
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Right. Now let me move to what? We'll complete this only atomic size only. Remaining we'll take next class. We'll take only 5 to 10 minutes only. We'll finish this. Next, very important concept in examination. You will get this type of questions. MCQs, most of them you will get as a MCQs. Isoelectronic species. Isoelectronic species. Now same thing only. Atomic size and ionic size. In period, what happened? Left to right, what happened? Decreases, and top to bottom in group, what happened? Increase. Whatever that periodic is, what same thing only. So in that case, what happened? No difference. Now, iso means what? Generally, meaning of iso means what? Same. Electronic, number of electrons are same. So whenever if species, an ion, if ions are having what? Having same number of electrons, they comes under what actually? Isoelectronic species. So what is the meaning of isoelectronic? Ions which are having same number of electrons, they are called what? Isoelectronic species. Now you observe O minus 2. I am writing here O minus 2. Oxygen. So generally atomic number is 8, correct? Now how many electrons added here? Tell me in oxygen.
2.
2 electrons. Now total electrons will be 10 here. Next, F, atomic number is 9. F minus it is. So how many are added here?
1 is
1. Also what happened? 10 only. In F plus, atomic number will be what? 11. Now in this case, plus means you have to remove electron. So
That's right.
1 electron. So you got here what? 10 only.
10.
Finally, what happened? Magnesium also 12 atomic number. Remove the 2 electrons. Now all these pieces, oxygen minus 2, fluorine minus 1, sodium plus 1, magnesium plus 2. All are having same number of electron. Now these species are called isoelectronic species. Now for them, if you have, if they given isoelectronic species, how to find the ionic size? Now these, if you have same number of electron, they don't have the, isn't it, same ionic size. They are having different ionic size. So what I'm saying here, for isoelectronic species, which are having same number of electrons, for them, how to write the ionic size, isn't it? Let me see this one actually. Now, first of all, if you observe what happened, greater positive charge will have smaller radius. This statement, if you understand what happened, you will get everything. Greater positive charge will have smaller radius. Now you observe what is the charge here? Plus 1. The charge here plus 1. The charge here what actually here? Plus 3. The charge increases, isn't it? The radius what happened? For what? Positive charge. So I'm writing here size of, I'm writing size of cation. Size of cation is, isn't it? inversely proportional to charge. Inversely proportional to charge. Aluminum plus 3 is having more charge, its size is what happened? Less size. Now, what is the reason behind this one? I will explain this one. Now, observe here what all are having same number of electrons, correct or not? Correct or not? All are having same number of electrons, 10, 10, 10.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, ionic size, if you observe what happened, all these cases, if you observe what happened. Now for 10 electrons, if you observe here what happened, how much nuclear charge is there in this case? For attracting the 10 electron, what is the nuclear charge? Tell me.
11.
11. For this one?
12.
For this one, it will be 30. Now, when nuclear force of attractions will increases, definitely size will what happen? Decreases. In this case, as charge increases, nuclear force of attractions increasing here, size what happen? Decreasing. So here, the size what happen here, from here to here, what happen? It is decreasing. This thing, if you observe what happen, it will be simple for you. Right? Anion, if you see, anion. So what they are saying, higher the negative charge, larger the radius. Here opposite here. Now what I am writing here, the radius, size of what actually? Anion, opposite here. Size of anion, now directly proportional to charge. For cation, it is inversely proportional. For anion, it is directly proportional. Again, we see all are having same 10, 10 electrons. Now what will be the charge here? Charge will be here, how much will be better? Charge will be what here? Nuclear charge, this part. How much better?
9, sir.
9. In this case, it will be
8.
In this case, it will be 7. Nuclear charge is nothing but atomic number better. Confuse होने की जरूरत नहीं. Nuclear charge means atomic number. Okay. Number of electrons means atomic number. If it is having -3, add electron. +3 means remove electron. Now observe here. Nuclear charge what happened? Decreasing. So here what is happening? Nuclear charge what happened? Decreases, isn't it? When nuclear charge decreases, nuclear force of attractions will decreases and size will always what happen? Increases.
Increase.
We can explain. Now in examination, nobody asks you why. WH question you get from this one. Nobody asks you why it is happening. For your understand only, I have taken the diagrams. But आपको याद क्या रखना है? ये रहा. Size of anion directly proportional to charge. Size of the cation is inversely proportional to the charge. If they are isoelectronic only, this concept is only for what? Isoelectronic only here, isn't it? Now, this is the question for you now. N-3, O-2, O, F minus, Na plus, Mg plus 2, aluminum plus 3. What is the common in that one? Tell me. What is the common in that one? A.
Number of electrons.
They are isoelectronic species. The common thing is number of electrons. First thing is completed. Next. Second thing, if you arrange them in the increase, this type of questions you will get in examination. This is the main thing. But आपको ध्यान दे तो आएगा. Simple thing actually. कैसे देने आपको? न्यूक्लियर चार्ज देखकर देना. मैं एक आपको एक ऑर्डर देता हूं आपको. सो आपको क्या करना है? इस पे सभी में नाइट्रोजन में N-3 and what? O-2, F minus, Na plus. Okay. Then what happened? Magnesium plus 2. Then aluminum plus 3. R are having 10 electrons. Okay. Write down by 10. Z by E ratio. By 10 likewise. By 10. Because 10 means here number of electrons. ऊपर Z लिखना है आपको. Z कितना होगा? यहाँ पर 7 हो जाएगा, यहाँ पर 8 हो जाएगा, यहाँ पर 9 हो जाएगा, यहाँ पर 10 हो जाएगा, यहाँ पर 11 हो जाएगा. यहाँ पर ये शॉर्टकट है एक्चुअली. सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है. सिंपली आपको फॉर्मूला में सब्स्टिट्यूट करना है. इसका वैल्यू कितना होगा बेटा? 7/10 कितना हो जाएगा? 0.7 हो जाएगा. इसका वैल्यू 0.8, इसका 0.9, इसका 1 और इसका 1, फाइनली इसका 1. ये कौन सा वैल्यू है बेटा? Z/E रेशियो. समझ आया? Z/E रेशियो. तो Z/E रेशियो कितना आएगा? नाइट्रोजन का 0.7 आया और एल्यूमिनियम का कितना आया अभी? 1.2. Now what I am writing very simple. Z/E ratio is inversely proportional to size of ion. I am writing whether it is cation or anion. Z/E ratio inversely proportional. I have tried inversely. Inversely proportional. Size of anion. Now tell me. Now which is having more Z by ratio? Aluminium plus 3. There,
Size of anion or iron.
ion. Where do you know ion? Ion only orders. Okay, right. Now, based on this, aluminum is having more Z by ratio, therefore size will be less. Whereas nitrogen N minus 3 is having less Z by ratio, it is having what? More size. So here you have to take ion only take ion only you have to take. Correct or not? In this way, if you remember this formula, it will be simple for you. Now
So this is valid for all.
This is only for isoelectronic species only. Isoelectronic only, not for all the ions. See, all are what ions? Isoelectronic, no, that is the reason I have taken like this. This will be the order. This will be the low value. This will be the higher value. Only for isoelectronic species only, not for all the things. Can you give answer for this first option? What will be the first one? A. Increasing order they are asking. Which will come first?
Sir, I plus.
I plus. Very good. Then after that,
I, sir. And last I minus.
I minus. Now what about the B? What about the B?
Fe plus 3, Fe plus 2, Fe.
First one will be the Fe plus 3. Second one will be the Fe plus 2. And third one will be the iron. Because I told you, the size of the cation is inversely proportional to the charge. The size of the cation is inversely proportional to the charge. If you remember this concept, what happened? It will be, you can write n number of problems. Now here, this question, if you observe, I will conclude in within 1 or 2 minutes only. Magnesium plus 2 is smaller than O minus 2 in size through they have same electronic configuration. That means when you have same electronic configuration, better when you have same number of electrons, right? Now what is the reason? Can you say?
More number of protons.
Smaller. What is the reason? More number of protons than
first, more number of protons than electrons.
High effective nuclear charge of magnesium plus 2 than O minus 2. कौन सा ऑप्शन लेना है? ये लेना है आपको, इफेक्टिव चार्ज लेना है. तो अभी आपको समझना के लिए मैंने एक्चुअली न्यूक्लियर फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन प्रोटॉन्स लिया, मगर आपको ये प्रोटॉन ये नहीं लेना है. आपको आंसर मस्ट बी इफेक्टिव न्यूक्लियर चार्ज. मैं आपको समझने के लिए आपको प्रोटॉन दिया, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने के लिए मैंने प्रोटॉन एटॉमिक नंबर लिया. मगर if they say what happened, effective nuclear charge, because total nuclear charge does not affect, only something will be there, Z minus sigma will be there. In that case, what happens? Sigma constant will be, that is not in the syllabus. That is the reason I'm not, isn't it, specifying this one. So because of the reason, higher effective nuclear charge. When you get higher effective nuclear charge, when you have more number of protons only. When you have more number of protons, we get more effective nuclear charge only. But the answer must be what happened? C. Don't see by right what? By the protons. Is it possible for you? अभी हमने किया ना ये increasing order.
C.
Which is correct answer? What is what actually? 10. What happened? 10. Just what happened? 10. Atomic number 7. Atomic number 11. Atomic number 9. So this is getting what? 0.9, 1.1, 0.7. So which is getting highest one? Na plus. So second is what? Lowest one. After second, next will be what here? 1. Next 3. 2, 1, 3. 2, 1, 3 will be option B. Isn't it? So same thing you can do here. Next, lanthanide contraction, it takes some time actually. So that lanthanide contraction I will discuss in the next class because it takes more time actually. In almost half an hour it will take actually. So we'll conclude here only. So this is about atomic size. I will send the PDF also. Okay, make a notes of atomic size, definitions, what are the different types are there, and which is having more radius like that, and the period what happens and everything. You make a notes of this one. Today's class and tomorrow, Monday, we will meet on Monday only. So tomorrow, day after tomorrow, you don't have any class. So one more thing, actually, we are having classes on Monday, right? We are having classes on Monday. So